everybody, Norm from Tested here at Monsterpalooza 2018. Had to stop by and see Pat McGee, who, we're to call you the best dad ever, because you make costumes for your twins, is that right?
Correct.
Last year we saw you had brought these costumes out, which are the Siamese twins that they won the year before, and this year you bring out these costumes, which they wore last Halloween?
Yes.
Tell me about these costumes. They're obviously your take on the Minions.
Yeah, this is actually, the design is from a tattoo artist. He does awesome 2D art, and I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh, I gotta make this into a Halloween project. So yeah, I have twin boys, and every year I try to, for Son of Monsterpalooza, deck them out with the coolest costumes possible. So last year, yeah, they were these Minions.
Wow, can you walk us through the making of this costume?
Well, it's funny because I had to, it's designed to fit a body, so their body's right here in the mouth, and there's little slots here where they would look out of.
Yeah.
And so you're in there doing a whole full body animation. There's little handles to do the arms.
Oh, they're puppeting.
Exactly, and then when you move your whole torso, you get the whole mouth movement.
Wow.
So it was pretty elaborate, but they go on and off pretty quick. But ever since I found out I was gonna have twin boys,
yeah.
The minute I knew that was happening, I always was excited to stick them together and do Siamese twins. So this was a project I've been waiting many years to do, and they got to the age where they were old enough where I knew they could walk for an hour or two stuck together like this. So that was a mask. It was basically a mask for two.
But it's full body costume, full body, arms and gloves and everything. Yeah. And I assume they like it?
They like it. They like it when it's done, and they get to see pictures of themselves and video and all the coverage. But it's hot, of course.
Yeah, of course. Any costume.
But they enjoy it.
At some point, you're going to input on the type of costumes they're going to want to wear?
Well, that was just it. When I started doing this 7 years ago with them, they would give all their input and they even did drawings. So, like for example, this guy here, they were a mad scientist and a monkey, and they had done drawings with me. So I kind of went off their artwork and let them kind of lead the way. But there's been a couple times where obviously I was like, nah, we're gonna do this, specifically with these and that guy. But for previous years, it was their idea.
I mean, it's like, it looks more than a costume. Even after the costume is done, it works as a display.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Now you do stuff big and small. You have small collectibles, trinket-like items. You also have big pieces. What are you showing off new here at Monsterpalooza?
Well, we have new little collectible items that I make just for Monsterpalooza. Little animals, little twists on animals and familiar objects. And then I also made a Beetlejuice snake collectible just for the show, to sell to collectors. And I'm also showcasing work from other films I've done, and then stuff we've done for Halloween Horror Nights.
The Beetlejuice, that snake. It's not, when you say collectible, it's tall, it's like life size.
Yeah.
Talk about the sculpting of that, because this is his head, and honestly to me, it looks better than it did in the film.
Well, the one in the film was a miniature, and it was, you kind of approach these things, flicking around on Instagram, and I saw a picture of the actual one as a miniature, and someone was handling it, and it's just like, that would be fun to make. But then I want to make it life size, how it is, and then you get into, I did the head first, and we started to do the body. I have a crew helping me. It was like, oh my gosh, we had to do the whole snake and all the scales. It just takes forever. And I was like, oh, we should have just made it miniature.
And it's so striking that the face. One of the things I love about your work is the texture, from the slimy to the matte, the intermingling of that to the bloody.
Yeah, I really try to work in, the wetness and drips or just all the textures. It really does help. Even when it comes down to like the hair work and fine hair work, so you get that contrast and texture. I think it adds a lot of value to the piece.
Any hints on what your kid's going to wear this year at Son of Monsterpalooza? Have you even started working on that?
We've got the concept figured out. I usually start in May, because I got to spread it out with my workload. But no, we got a fun idea for this next Son of Monsterpalooza. All right, for sure.
No spoilers. We'll have to catch up with you in the fall and check that out.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, Pat.
Thank you.
Thank you.